Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend, where today, sadly, we can hardly take advantage of the no major faction zone that we've been enforcing around ourselves because everything's covered in damn fungus. What we need to do is go burn the fungus city. God, think how many stockpiles they have in there. Alright, that's a good long-term plan. The short-term plan is the end of the beginning. We have to convert all of the Goran villages in the region of Veltair, and we must also burn out the tiny city that is there. I assume that this is 24 points of fortification and 0 security because it was like just founded, probably. But maybe it's the result of combat. Having a little esophageal thing here. Okay. So we have a couple of big problems. First of all, don't know how to use boats to transport bodies from one place to another. Working on it. Secondly, there's a sea monster directly in our path. And there's nothing we're going to be able to do about that. We have to just kind of hope it wanders away on its own, which it's not literally impossible. My plan at the beginning of next turn is to quickly run this boarding vessel over here and drop it into this garrison, and then we can talk about capturing another sea region with the two of them, or with the four of them there. And then we can like push south and stuff. We can figure it out. We have 4 turns until the Urkin moves, unless winter happens, right? And we don't know. It could occur. If winter happens, the Urkin will stay put. If winter does strike in the next few turns, we can definitely buy market access and see if we could potentially acquire ourselves some Quicksilver. I don't think that fighting it is very realistic, though. Okay, and we're doing important work here. Okay, it's very expensive. We'll be much more capable of building troops and stuff in just a moment. So the only thing that really matters right this second is let's make sure this gets taken care of. And this ship would survive a retreat, but I'd rather not lose the HP in the first place. Khazar is over here with a hunger for Titan bones. Alright. Everybody get inside. Even if we had not been reachable by the sea monster, just having a boat out in the water, I think motivates it to move toward that boat, and we really want it to go somewhere else. So my hope is we can stay parked for a couple of turns and end up just fine here. So what do we want to do with you? Andom is reassignable, it looks like. But I was thinking about doing this this Haunts Village thing, right? What is the reward? 15 spices? We have 8 turns left, so we won't quite have enough spices to launch another booster without that. I would just have to. I'd have to run down here, win a battle, and I could reassign this turn. There is a Mycera army in the area somewhere. We don't know exactly where. The village is not. Yeah, it's not overgrown or anything. I think I'm going to do this. Who does that? I don't even remember. Who does that pacify? The Kazanji in Fudoro, which is down here. Okay. I mean, those are villages that are far away from Pink's natural territory, so perhaps a little bit less likely to be disrupted than the one that we just converted. I really do need to get on converting the stuff over here, though. Well, one problem at a time, in so many different ways, right? Let's go do this, and then we'll warp Andom home. Okay, it looks like they have no backup. I imagine if there were other Haunt armies in the area, Pink probably would have hunted them down already. Yeah, this should be very doable. Now remember, Haunts have Chain Lightning. It's the thing that we care about. So that's going to affect our positioning. They also can fly. I'm just going to put Andom over here. But the Haunts will not be subject to the vicissitudes of the lava river. So we're just going to have to play smart around it. Fortunately, they got, what do you call it? They got that poor initiative, so we can work with this at least. Yep, just do some of that. You just hold them in place. Okay, we get another turn of hold them in place out of it. That's nice. Okay, and Andom just actually gets the job done. Because Andom is a professional. Okay, and now that we've gotten that extra XP, let's go ahead and reassign you. So we need to go back to Fudoro, this village. Okay. You can kind of tell because there's like a little bit of extra glow. It's subtle, but all right. Well, that's the move. We may get murked by fungus folk. That could happen. They have 4 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. So even if we tried to use the forest, like I can't evade them. If they want to come after us, they're inescapable. So let's just hope they don't. Should I break up? Maybe. Send the vine snakes in one direction and the preacher in a different. Because the vine snakes are... Oh, no, they are not faster. I always think of them as cavalry for some reason. They're definitely just normal 4-movement infantry. Well, alright. Okay, so that's very whatever. We're doing lots of important stuff over here. We're staying put in the hopes that you will just buzz off. Eventually, we will have some Moonleaf. It's very exciting. We're getting like a Moonleaf and change per turn. Actually, you know what I could do that would help? Oh, no, I can't. Never mind. I was going to say, because we reconverted an Eris's village, I could pop our assimilate over, but we don't actually have enough influence for that. All right, we get 15 more spices upon pacification, which will probably keep us set for spices for quite a long time, which rules. Oh, it's winter. Interesting. I'm going to make the same move because I saw pearls spawn in that forest, but it being winter means I actually could have escaped by going this way. There would be 1 movement point short to catch us. You should turn around and grab those. Wait for the sea monster to buzz off. Might even wait another turn, honestly. Oh, look at the productivity. So what's the bad news? Minus 30% defense on units from cavalry, plus 30% defense on infantry. I think that's pretty much all good for us. Okay. They decided not to bother us. I really appreciate that decision. So you're going to go grab those, and what are we building? We actually have the resources to push an Alchemic Institute in 4 turns, and nobody else is working on it yet. I mean, I kind of can't believe we just got enough Palladian as quest rewards, just randomly. And then we've held 2 Adamantian fortresses for some time. Well, like, obviously let's get it, right? I think here makes sense. So we're going to want to build around this as we head down for the other... Yeah, like, for sure, right? We'd be fools not to. We would be fools not to. If I chose not to do this, it reflects bad judgment on your part. Do you understand how that works? Oh, turns out I don't need you to turn around and grab these, because I have a person who is ready for that. Okay, well then in that case, just move up here. There we go. All right, everybody's got important things to do. I'm not gonna put the ships out just yet. Let's wait until next turn, and I'm gonna wait until late next turn. I want to make absolutely sure that sea monster has had plenty of time to lock onto somebody else and go chew on their garbage, and then we'll send our navy down to Hadao and see what's what. The Mycera got Benevolent Emperor. Wait, is it the case that my... Huh. Be the first to have an Empire approval value of 100 in order to get this. That's interesting. I've never seen that not go to the player in situations where the player has 100 approval. I wonder... We're at exactly 100. I wonder if it maybe it was changed, and what it does now is it gives it to whoever's had the 100 for the longest. Or also, I don't know. It's weird. I didn't press the move everybody button, which is just foolishness on my part. So of course we got attacked here. Goodbye, Vine Snake. Yep, I incentivized them to chase by not moving as quickly as I could have. Ugh, and now they're gonna make this like a whole issue. What a bunch of assholes. Okay. I think we've given enough time here. Let's go. Now we had a quest, but I don't remember what it was. It's probably still in here, right? Ah, yes. Have 2 different types of Fomorian naval units in any garrison in a fortress that belongs to your empire. Actually extremely doable if we had just held on to our yellow submarine. But unfortunately, I used it foolishly to do a thing that, that it turns out we're going to have a hard time maintaining. So now I'm starting to wonder if we want the central market at all. I mean, it is 10% approval, or 10% food and stuff. And it makes our happiness levels like really solid. But honestly, we're at the point where we're starting to level up districts. I think we may have just evolved beyond the need for this. This, on the other hand, you know what? Let me grab Imperial coinage first. All right, we're going to try to get this stuff done very quickly here. Because the fungus folk could well be pursuing us. And I can't actually outrun them. If they want to make it a thing, they can make it a thing. What I can do is finish my quest and grab a pearl before they have a chance to stab us in the back. Oh hey, it's some Kazanji. Bad news. How long do we have on the gold? Okay, 3 more turns. Our economic situation is going to get a little bit not awesome when that gold runs out. Okay, definitely want to take out random wandering navies before we go fighting the fortress. It's good. We have good population growth. As long as we can keep converting stuff, that's going to help a lot, obviously. I'm going to do my best to make it back to some kind of safety here. And Imperial coinage looks like it's going to take 5 turns, but obviously once we get this done, it will help a lot. Because remember, it's not just science, it's a reduction, it's a reduction in the research cost of past eras. It will not affect our Imperial coinage cost. It's kind of remarkable, given how slowly we've teched, that we were able to get this building before anybody else even thought about it, because there must have been other players who have been in this era for quite some time. Yep, just keep fleeing. Where I really want to get them, obviously, is like over here. We can do some more conversions. A compliment. Interesting. So over the course of the next 5 turns, this will lower the cost of like making a peace offer with us, and then for the 5 turns after that, it will slowly raise it again until it hits the initial value. And it does that backwards for the negative stuff as well. So I assume they're thinking of offering us some kind of important deal. A little curious, I think. Not really sure what their long term is. Well, you're just super dead, my friend. They have set up in a position where they can kind of take advantage of a bottleneck, I suppose. I'm going to manually key in these move orders, though, because I do not want my ships going after that other one. I want to stay together. Let's keep some level of morale here, even if it ends up, yeah, like... Oh, interesting. He didn't keep the move order. Did I assign those wrong? They should have just maintained the move order I gave them. Well, since we don't have an action point anyway, we may as well just go ahead and dive this. Dive into the indicated ruins in Khitan to search for knowledge. Interesting. Also, blue player. No indication of their constructions, though, so we don't know who they are yet. That's bad news. That's a dead army. The only thing we can really do here is, because of the fact that we would die on retreat, it may be worth it to try to just, like, separate and have a unit survive. Let's see if we can make one person run away. I'm not hopeful. You back up to here. Okay, they're both after the preacher. Yeah, you show him, preacher. Yeah, that's bad news. Okay, well, I believe this one's over. Unfortunately, there's no "that's a wrap" button. You can't just be like, yeah, I get it. See that 0? Well. That's a shame. The loss of that vine snake is pretty whatever. The loss of that preacher is actually pretty significant because we don't have any cultist units to do conversions now. And I really don't want to have our governor popping out of the village all the time to worry about that stuff. So I guess we'll see. Guess we'll see what we can do about that. After Imperial coinage, I do want to research the archers, so that'll help. But yeah, every burrow that we build from now on should level something up. Oh no, wait, the next one won't, because we just leveled that up. Okay, we didn't even have to pay for someone to remove the for them to remove the black spot from us. Somebody else pissed them off worse. That's really great news, actually. Oh, it's just 2 level 2 boarding vessels. Gorgeous. That is absolutely beautiful news. And they positioned themselves terribly. Even better. Alright, so first of all, your job is to back off. I wanted to put you forward for the morale, but yeah, you're done now. And once again, I just want to keep everybody out of... Yeah, okay. Keep everybody out of reach here. We can just motion them all to their movement spaces, and we do not fight unless the odds are massively unfairly on our side. That's just how we've always done things here. Okay, so that's another tiny little sea region for us. Glass, steel, and Titan bones, which I am very excited about. That I'm less excited about being 1 tile short of that. Should we head this way and like see what's... Yeah, you know what? The sea region will be there later. Or the ruin rather will be there later. I want to know what's going on over here. If this is capturable, obviously it'd be tremendously beneficial for us to have it. Okay. May as well. We have not needed a glass steel extractor so far. We also may as well pound out a canal system real fast. And then, like... You know what? Stronghold architecture, I've been thinking of it in terms of it not being very compelling as an amount of fortification to gain. But it does give +1 XP per turn on the army that is sitting inside the city. It's actually totally worth building. And then we should level up some more stuff. It behooves us, I believe, to get some levels on these districts, particularly this one, which gains 25 science every time it levels up. And remember, we can get that to level 3, so that's like some very, very good news for us. Do we need everybody so focused? We need the Center for Mineralogy is what we need. I would love to get Imperial coinage in 1 if we could. Yes, good news. So how many people do I need on that? Okay, we will accelerate this much. Ooh, we can see the edge of some of Blue's buildings here. Vaulters. It's a Vaulter player. Well, I bet they're annoyed that we just took that wonder. Yep, the sea monster has reemerged to make it clear to me that there will be no escape and that it has no interest in harassing any other players whatsoever. Because, you know, it's classy like that. The gold is out. Approval holds. Plenty of spices. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the ability to build Nameless Guard. This is a thing we we need quite badly. You know what? Can we make that... Actually, maybe make that the next thing. The Geomic Lab itself, not super valuable, but the ability to... the Center for Mineralogy has become high value. Just fine-tuning this to get as much industry as I can while still getting our research done. Alright, we can start the turn by moving away from the thing. So they have begun to expand back down the coast. The next time we fight them, it will be with Nameless Guard, and so we may be able to push the war a little bit more. But they will probably not be the next target, right? Aha! Boy, this is a really cool one to get super early on, and very bad later. Interesting. I sure hope that sea monster does the thing that it should absolutely do and just crushes y'all. So, I mean, part of me wants to just grab this, but there's probably reinforcement boats around here somewhere, right? Although I guess at this point, 4 lost ships is a lot less of a problem than it would have been not very long ago. Alright, Quicksilver. There's not enough. Not enough Quicksilver to purchase to get that Irkin on side. Okay, these are still bad stockpiles. I'm not going to stress too much about those. Is there anything else we'd really like to have running that we could buy? We could get ourselves some more gold. Gold's a useful one. We have plenty of spices. We don't need very much of anything for the booster to run. Right, we could accelerate our Moonleaf. Right now, it's hard to know how many turns we're looking at here because the decimal is truncated, but it's either 4 or 5 turns until we get the Moonleaf naturally. And honestly, we're way behind on science, like way, way, way behind. I am comfortable just buying us up to run it right now, and then it'll, you know, it'll accumulate while the thing is running. And let's speed this the hell up, shall we? Damn it, I still need some people on this. Okay, there, there we go. Let's wait a turn. Let's get a little bit more vision around it, and then we'll see. But it looks like this is another one fortress region, probably, given the position of this border. So more ownership is more good. Not allowed to close my borders to purple until they actually land something, or until we actually meet. So yeah, just kind of hoping winter ends soon. Okay. Aha. So here's the Vaulter player, who we have now formally met. Ah, there is another fortress as well. What do y'all want? Sign a peace treaty in the next 10 turns. That's actually very interesting. I'm gonna go grab this. I think there were 2 neutral navies there, so that's not great. Yep, so we've formally met you and you now. Bring 3 embarked land units back to these ruins for even more spices. You know what? I think we're probably good on spices, actually. Is this enough of a priority right now? All right, I got to get my ice works up because we have actually quite a lot of river. So right now it's just like this stuff. Fortification reduction. You know what? Let's just go ahead and take it. Grabbing... No, you know what? I think we're going to gain another level before we hit winter. Gaining these other bonuses is obviously pretty high value. What's your deal? Okay, lots of people looking for unsettled land and thinking that it's safe to come over here. Well, they're going to deliver us some valuable resources, I think. Okay, this borough is super high value because it levels up the wonder at the same time as it gets us another anomaly. That's pretty great. And then, yeah, we get the Center for Mineralogy at effectively the same time. And then we can start worrying about science in a more sort of thorough way. So they're not really in position to do anything at all right now. I might break off a ship and sink them, but I am kind of thinking that maybe I want to detach a greeting squad for this settler. The thing is, we could let them settle and then just burn the city and get some stockpiles out of it. Obviously, that requires a formal declaration of war, though, which is a bigger deal. Yeah, let's just send the welcome wagon. Actually, how long are we on? 6 turns and 4 turns. Yeah, that's too long. Somebody needs to start running now. Out of curiosity on this, do I get the burrow in 1 if I build it first? I do not. Okay, so we may as well do it like this. Alright, pretty good odds that Urkin's going to move over to our area. Yep, because this is where all the free territory is, so that's fun. Where are we at on, okay, not a lot of Titan Bones available on the market. I do still fully intend to crush this player. Hi. I think I'm going to accept this for right now. It finishes a quest for us, gets us control of a fortress, and it'll let us at least search the overgrown ruins, right? While we're at peace with them, that's the thing we can do. The quest didn't fire. Maybe it'll fire at the beginning of the next turn. That's when it'll check. Obviously, they're just going to retreat here. But we've got them pretty locked into that corner, so I'm confident they're not getting away. Alright, let's see if we can find... Interesting. 1 badly damaged boarding vessel. Okay, here we go. Along with a hell of a lot of other boarding vessels. Well, I mean, we're gonna have to clean them all up. We don't really have a choice about that. We get a pretty advantageous beginning here. Also, I really, really love the injured boarding vessel being the one who is going last in the turn order. Yeah, so let's have a couple of you, I guess just one of you, run up and lock one of the reinforcement positions just so that we can sort of meter the rate at which they come in, unless I kill it in 1 hit, in which case, yeah, okay. Never mind then. Seems like the situation's under control. Yeah. Just kind of Just kind of farming up, morale balling. Again, because of the way that numbers scale really tightly on the ocean, the difference in stats that you get from little bits of morale is like so much more important. So that's Hydromiel, that's Dust Orchid. This is a facility that would be wonderful to own. Okay, this one should just flip, and then we can go grab this one through violence. I'm into it. How are we doing on Titan Bones? We just don't have very many yet, right? Yeah. We would need 22 plus the 8 that we can purchase. This does seem like it's probably not happening. My suspicion is this settler's not even going to make it to our shore, which is great news. Let's go ahead and just lock this up. Remember, killing a player's settler is killing a point of population from one of their cities, so pretty high value actually. Even if you don't get any stockpiles out of it. No, absolutely not. This is mine. Get out of here. We can probably just auto-resolve that. Yeah. Okay, good. I had some concerns that maybe it would turn out there was another fortress over here and that we wouldn't get control of the ocean region, which would have left this vulnerable to blue, but we're solid. We're cool. We can go have a chat with these ones. The fact that there's 3 units in this fortress makes me figure that there's probably a more advanced unit in there. So not wholly ideal. Let's take this opportunity to get my iceworks built. So plus 10. Okay, it only gives the industry on sea tiles that have an ice shelf, and we don't have an ice shelf this game, and we haven't seen an ice shelf in quite a while, I don't think. But it's one of the possible winter effects. So I'm not in a big hurry on that. Okay, but I do want to get it done. Because we're going to want to build Nameless Guard next turn, right? We need to have an actual functional standing army. And who knows, once we have that, maybe we can just bring down an Urkin. Alright, great work, Minotaur. I don't really know what else to do with you right now. I guess the smart move with the Minotaur is to head down here, because it's going to be eclipse time at some point. Although by the time it's eclipse time, we'll be spawning other units. Ah, right, because I can see one of their cities and they can see one of my units simultaneously. So now we formally met Brown, which is cool. We did not take very good advantage of their city being small and weak, but, you know, had to build military units. There's a roaming guardian in a place called Nyrinus. We have no idea where that is. What are you running? Oh, these are transport vessels. Okay. So you're not going to be bullying any fortresses here. You have to actually get quests done. Yeah, I'm kind of hopeful that we'll just luck our way into a really tremendous amount of... Oh, interesting. These ruins are corroded and in fragments. Dive into the sunken ruins with a level 3 unit. Well, my boarding vessels, 2 of them are level 3. Is that good, or did you mean level 3 land unit? Nope, that works. Okay. So, we have discovered definitively that there is no Adamantian or Palladian in our home region. There is a Palladian deposit here, though, which is cool. And one there. Adamantian, just not very common on this landmass at all, in fact. Okay, so the villages will do a little bit of work for us, but far from ideal. Okay. So, yeah, we'll see what's up with that next turn. We just hit a new era. Now, we don't have to leap into the new era. We can still research stuff back here, and in fact, now doing so is even cheaper than it would have been before. Definitely worth picking up meritocratic promotion at some point. That's the thing we ought to do. Hey, you know what else we ought to do? Is like mercenary market. That would probably be smart. But right now, I definitely want to move up onto these like way more valuable and high-tech buildings. Like getting public works going nice and early. Plow factory first, probably. Then public works, then dust refinery, I think makes a lot of sense. We continue to get a lot of our resources from our fortresses, and we'll just put off the extraction tax. This would be super great to get. Intelligence core is very, very good, and we have a lot of high-value stuff getting completed quickly over here in the capital, so there's every possibility that we will just push our hero through. So let's give you... Who are we going to be fighting? We're going to be fighting... Well, unfortunately, we're going to be fighting the Morgar, which means that we don't know what we want because they're going to be using minor faction units. And we're going to be fighting the Kapaku, who have... they at least have a good cavalry. Yeah, let's stick to shields. Let's stick to hand crossbows and shields. And we have some built up. We can afford to build at least a couple of archers with the order. At some point, we are going to have to get like actual combat unit or actual what do you call it? Extraction of titanium going. Like it would be really great to pick up a fortress that has titanium on it. I guess we can buy titanium as well. All right. So we've got some leveled up districts, and our influence income is not bad. But once we have that museum, it's going to be a problem that we probably don't have to worry about almost at all anymore, and I'm just very excited to get to that place. There's so little honor that even Cold War is a mockery. Indeed. He's not wrong. I'm not going to argue. Hi. Don't mind me. Just give them 150 dust. Give them dust for their construction and then wait for them to finish. Interesting. Oh, Red just took it while we were sitting there. Excuse me, Red. Hi, what's your deal? You have 3 badly wounded fire ships. Well now. How 106 and these badly wounded fire ships still have 200 health. You're sitting in a tile that does not have any lightning on it, sadly. I wonder if we could just attack them and win. They have the black spot, so we would get dust for doing so. Which is, you know, it's interesting. It's certainly interesting. Are people selling large amounts of Titan bones? No, they are not. That is not happening at all. Yeah, it would have to be force, right? It would have to be violence. Gosh. I'm just looking at the number of units that are already in the garrison and trying to figure out what we're going to do with all these bodies. Because we have another one over here. And just having a single unit sitting out in the middle of nowhere feels really bad, because obviously if Pink brings their wrecking crew down, that one unit will not be significantly different from 0 units. This actually happened, huh? Well, we were going to go to war with Brown anyway. Yeah, that's not so bad. We'll take it off of them, which means that we do need to prioritize better stockpiles, because we certainly... When we take Brown's stuff, we certainly want the stockpiles to be as juicy as possible. You know what? I'm going to make that the next thing. Let's really prioritize that. And actually... Right? Because we don't have strategic weaponry at all right now. And we actually have large stockpiles and great income of adamantium, so we could produce a lot of troops with adamantium bows, and Yeah, okay. I think that's maybe backwards, but yeah, there we go. So do I want to just hard... I think I do just want to hard assign the whole city to science. Let's just push through this as fast as we possibly can. We definitely need the food first. That is still solid. And then I don't really know what I want to do with you is the thing. You just don't have much of a role right now. I guess, yeah, come over here. Just like scour for lost pearls, loose pearls, pearls that have not been used. And we have to make the call here, right? Because if we do attack red and successfully destroy their stuff, then we probably get this ocean region. Pretty good odds that they are the only thing standing between us and that. A red sang factory would be awesome. A dye facility would also be awesome. God, red sang is so good. Also, we can buy enough Titan bones to just run the booster, right? I'm going to do that. I know it's going to be like basically all of our money, but also I like building things. Did I not? Oh, we received a bunch of dye from a... Yeah, absolutely run that dye. Apparently I did not buy all of the Titan bones that I needed because math is hard. We are going to need some money. What is grass silk going for right now? There's barely any on the market, although demand's not high. But we can certainly part with some grass silk to make things easier on ourselves. And then we are approaching an empire plan. Let's have a quick look at that and make sure we're not going to miss anything valuable. For sure want to do this. +3 move on units is really valuable for the cult because it's very hard to get your assimilated units to keep up with real units. But for the most part, we're not doing a lot of walking around. Like, we're not going very far. It's a thing we could skip. We could just do like that. If I wanted the +3 move, 576. Well, we only have 2 turns to build, so, yeah, that's not happening. I think we're just fine. We don't need to worry about this. Part of the problem is that we don't know what else red has around here. Because they could have more boats, like, right there, right? In fact, that looks like red's border through the fog, so I'm just gonna withdraw, honestly. This can be the line of our ocean dominance. I don't need to lose my army on a silly gamble, and we don't really, like, the red sang's the only thing here that I'm really crazy about. This would be very hard to hold on to. It would annoy reds. We'd be more likely to get market banned, and then also, I want my boats back over here relatively quickly because we're going to have a situation. Why is this still glowing? I don't know. It doesn't look like it's supposed to be. They'll pay me for peace. That's interesting. You're at peace with brown. You're at war with green. We don't really know anything about green except that they're trying to land on my territory. Morgar got themselves a guardian, which is a thing that probably we do care about. I'm going to accept this. For right now, I'm cool being friendly. I could see them taking advantage of this to settle over here, I suppose. Maybe that was their play. But I don't think that harms us, really. And if they're at peace with us, then they can't deconvert our villages anyway, so whatever. Yeah, just stay alert, friend. So yeah, you're getting over here to to potentially play defense on this stuff. We can see if there's maybe fortresses down here. This could be another conquerable region. Alright, I do want the food building, but we may take a 1-turn uncommon alloy. It's a pretty good research. I may want to pounce on that. Yeah, we definitely need this though. Wow. Absolutely not. Terrible deal. What is going on? Do not want. Probably not. Probably not. Okay, hold on. Let me think about some of this stuff. Dearth of Dust hits us very hard. That's really, really rough. We were just gonna do this thing. I think I'm fine with that. We could take it all the way out to here. It's hard for me to imagine having enough dust to make use of this. I probably want the influence. Well, I mean, we have a ton of influence income, though. And we're not going to drop below maximum approval on our city anyway, so we don't need the second part of that. Okay, that's a pretty good empire plan that's going to result in a lot more science, which is great. We probably want to finish uncommon alloys really quickly. But if I moved everybody over here, we get that plow factory in 2 turns, and it only adds 1 turn to the research. No, that's absolutely fine, actually. We don't need it right this second. It's just, it's a little bit more efficient to build the troops with the good bows in hand than it is to build them and then retrofit the bows onto them later, so. Is this a settler? It sure is. Okay. I see your play, and I don't think it's unreasonable. Dust Orchid, also super hard to buy. These Urkins, they're not playing very nice. So I do need my cargo dock. Once we have a cargo dock up, we can trade with blue, potentially. Although, sea trade routes only go through 1 sea region. Oh no, okay. Our home region does just barely, just a tiny little bit border Hadao. So if they have a dock over here on the eastern shore of this landmass, then we can set up sea trade. That's pretty good. Okay. Really nervous about our money. I think it's definitely going to be important to grab this next. And then maybe cargo docks. So we're just like, we're never going to get around to public works. All of a sudden, everything is so important. Ugh. And you're just kind of waiting for the thing to happen. There, we can attach another Minotaur to this army. I didn't want to attach the Harmonite because the Harmonite has a lower move speed. Okay, so we'll get this done. We'll have even better food income. And of course, because of the way the plow factory works, it's better in a city with more tiles, so it's going to be pretty strong for us. It's true, we do have a common friend. The Ardent Mages are making war on other people, and it seems like their wars are going pretty well. Sea Monster just kind of patrolling and keeping Blue honest. Feel free to come down here and do that a little bit more aggressively. So as soon as the 3rd winter starts, we can grab the specialty districts, which are going to be pretty okay for us. This also, the Winter Borough, pretty good. We have enough pearls to build Nyctalopian lenses right now, just get a plus 10% science output. And then we don't necessarily need to... I really want to make sure we have enough pearls to build, like, you know, the Abbey of Anomalies that we're going to put down here after we build a burrow there is going to be the thing that makes our Alchemic Institute level 3. Or no, wait, this district needs a little bit of help as well. Although the cargo dock. The cargo dock makes this level 2. This is already 2. This will become 2 when we put that down. Yeah, so I definitely want to make sure we get that done. Plus, you know, just like this is a good district. It's a nice high-value district. So yeah, I definitely want to make sure we have room for that. We don't really need the other specialty districts, I guess, because there's no luxuries that we're aware of here. So I need to save like 25 pearls for that. We want to do that as quickly as possible at the beginning of winter. Yeah, all right. I'll hold off on the Nyctalopian lenses for now. Peace with purple, I don't know. A declaration of war on purple for a price of 11 glass steel, absolutely not. Peace with purple is probably a no too. I don't want more players coming in here and settling around me. We're gonna have enough cleaned up to run anyway, even without worrying about that. So I'm gonna run this other Minotaur out of here as well to join up with his friends because we need building space in the capital. We are going to be like very desperate for money here in a second. So I'm trying to take care of this as best I can until I wouldn't be able to start work on it anyway. Okay, we'll just... Like, this is fine for right now. I'm going to refuse this. You should have considered a buy-in. I'm very responsive to bribes. Okay, Brown is showing us units. These are very low-tier designs. These Stone Sentinel 2s. Here we go. Here's something a little more modern. They got Ice Wargs. They got Haunts. We definitely want to be bow and shield, not longbow. The longbow does a massive bonus damage to flying units, which is cool. But the Ended are just going to get all up in our face by flying over our defensive lines anyway. We're going to want the shields. I often find the longbows are difficult to justify. It's a lot more damage in theory, but like also archers have very poor DPS when they are dead. Okay, so we've got the good food income going. Somebody's moved into Era 5, I believe. Yep, somebody's moved into Era 5. We're two techs into Era 3 here. We're not quite ready for war yet, so I think we can change these up. I don't know. Maybe we are. Maybe we are ready for that first war. You know what? Yeah, just stick to the plan. We're gonna get the new stock. We're gonna get the stockpiles from Burning Brown's city down. And we're going to use that to power some of the rest of this stuff. So we need another point of population really badly. I really, really hate that that's going to take 2 turns by a hair. Because that one more point of population gets us the burrow that goes here for that whole thing to fire off. We're behind we're like just barely behind so many different bottlenecks, just a tiny little bit. You know what? Let's go north. Let's see what the sea north of us looks like. Oh hey, that is actually 6 pearls. That would be very helpful. So that would take us to 43. You know what? It's worth grabbing the lenses here. So how many people can I move off? If I can't get this in 1, how many people can I move off of it while keeping it on 2? Because we do also need to get unskilled labor done so that we can make our move here. Please tell me we can make it. Oh, that's a shame. I am not going to add a turn to the population point for it. Okay. Well, here's the part where the money is, like, extremely dire. Like I told you, I knew we'd get another skill point. I'm gonna put it in plus 10% everything. I think that's a very hard skill point to turn away from. We'll get winter immunity next. Okay, Moonleaf's run out, which is actually kind of heartbreaking. We are going to buy a Moonleaf by selling some other stuff. What's valuable right now? Glass steel's low value. The answer is nothing. Nothing is actually worth anything. Alright, so we're going to overflow just as much as we possibly can here. I can't believe that didn't... Okay, there we go. There was so little space left in the thing that you couldn't even tell there was space left in it. Okay. So we're putting out 122... So we're only getting this because we have overflow in the first place. Alright, so we also need to sell some glass steel just to make it through the turn. And we're going to need to update the unit design here. How good is the shield? What's the shield differential here? 14 defense, 15% health. With the same amount of block and sharp sense. I think that's probably not worth upgrading. I think we're better off just selling the extra adamantium. So that costs about 100. Okay. I think it is time to march. It's time to begin marching. Y'all want to grab that? Like, do I want to do that? Or do we want to have them... Yeah, I want to have them come back this way. Yeah, let's get after it. Do we need Andom for this? Probably not. Yeah, Soth has nothing going for it. Sadly, it only has 2 population. Can you believe? An unconquered... Huh. Okay, that's interesting. Obviously, once we declare war with Brown, we're going to have to do a little bit of work here to maintain safety. We can build fire ships now, which is a thing that we should probably consider. I am going to have you grab these pearls. I think we want these pearls pretty badly, and I think we won't need the help. So yeah, we'll declare war next turn. Get ourselves a thing. Oh right, I spent the money and then I didn't go sell. Really, 50? Okay. Nothing is worth anything right now. How much longer on this dearth of dust? Geez, 6 more turns. Really, really harsh. Alright, really, we just have to survive until we get the dust refinery. We can build this, which is more money and stuff. And then... How... Yeah, I can get it down to 2 turns. I think we probably oughta. And I mean, we're going to get science stockpiles. Also, they had the good sense to have a population be born, which I really appreciate. So, peace with 2 people that I am sort of invested in keeping good relationships with. I think probably still no on that, but let's declare this war. Hi, I would like your city, please. Brought absolutely no defense or support over here. Yeah, they sure... Okay. I mean, it's disrespectful is what it is. Your high ground's good, but also balling up is good. Okay. Yeah, let's all just... That is a great big payout right there. And then, yeah, home again, home again. A declaration of war from Blue, straight out of the peace treaty. Apparently they had stronger feelings than I was led to believe. That means that maybe we do want to take peace from you, and all of a sudden I'm having different feelings about allowing you to settle on my territory. Must you, Lice? Really? Right now? Right this second? Alright, you know what? It's fine. It turns out I'm busy anyway. I'm going to say yes to this now, I think. Are you... Hold on. Are you hated by everyone in the world? No, you're just hated by some people who don't. Yeah, okay. This is called a diplomatic realignment. Okay, now we must continue to make money somehow. We're not going to have the next stockpile technology anytime soon, so may as well press all those buttons. Actually, we could have held on to the industry stockpiles, but like, I probably want to use them to build military units. It's tough because every military unit we build is going to be another person we have to pay. But also, we're going to have to win a war on a slightly more intense front here. Now, we don't know if they have boat technology at all. It may be the case that we're just going to get to sail across here for free and myrtleize them all. So let's see. We're going to cook you. I am going to need another Nameless Guard. Then we're just going to sail 4 Nameless Guards across the ocean and try to claim Veltaire with just that, I suppose. Do you believe that that's where we're at? Okay, here's the thing. If you have access to the units and heroes part of the marketplace, you can sell units to the marketplace to make some money. We don't have that, and so I can't sell off my extra conversion people. That would actually be a really useful thing to be able to do right now. We are just going to have to keep stumbling through here. Maybe I can trade some money off of one of my new friends? You got any cash? I'll give you something of value. What do you want? Nothing makes even a visible dent. Okay. I mean, 440 was a lot here. Like, what if you gave me like 300 dust? I don't really want to give technology. We're super behind on technology, but I suppose I could. They would give us. Let's see what we can ring out. Oof. Okay. Apparently not very much more than that. I was like right on it before, huh? Okay, 311. Well, I'll take it, I suppose. That'll keep us steady for a little while, and as long as we don't have to fight purple. Yeah, purple's at war with everybody we hate. It makes sense for us to arm them. Okay. So you're just gonna crunch those guys real fast. That's a settler? Don't be bringing that noise over here. And hey, look, that fortress is adamantine and spices. It's like the only resources that we do have access to. Come on, let me commit. Okay, just want to make sure that that thing wasn't going to get away. Y'all come back here and pick up your new friend, and then we'll all get in the ocean together. Okay. So, oh, I'm actually cliffed off from here. I was going to get in the ocean down here, but apparently that's not on the menu. Then probably like here makes the most sense. Sail across the narrow area to Veltaire. The narrow sea, it looks like. Okay, we can get up at their extractor. I would like to be on land, you know? I feel a lot safer on land. Okay. Let's have a quick chat with the Fomorians. Maybe they want to make this really easy for us. Capture the listening post in Karandar for control of this. Okay, we'll see. 5 Hyperium is an interesting find at this point in the game. Heyo, what's up, Green? Looking like you have 22 redesigns on that Epitane. Is that all you're doing with your time? Just redesigning units over and over again? Alright, well, we're going to roll over a pretty solid amount of industry here. Yeah, so we should be able to get a lot of progress on that dust refinery very quickly, which I feel really good about. You, obviously, get mushed. No universe where you're allowed to survive. And we'll just make sure we do that again at the start of the turn. Yeah, okay, I don't think we have anything terribly important to do here. Let's just dial in and make sure this gets done. And then this will be the last turn of the episode. Hey, Fakir, how you doing? I would love to be friends. I really, really would. Alright, let's lock that in. Cool, great, solid murder. It's good to have a murder team available. Is that another settler? Oh, it's a fire ship. Okay. I see how it is. Well, I'm gonna go have a look at this. Damn it, Pink. Must you? Glass, steel, titan bones. Oh, sweet titanium. Okay, so we found Brown's whole, like, deal here. What is happening here? Oh, that's annoying. Piece for glass steel. Maybe. Apparently I betrayed your friend, but not in a way that, like, you really care about. Okay. Everybody talks like they're Brown's friend. Nobody acts like they're Brown's friend. Which is great news for us. I think I would rather have the cargo dock. Let's get the dock built first. Then we worry about this, maybe. And then in terms of things to build, let's have a quick look at the fireship design, because we may need to build some fireships here to safeguard our oceans from the fact that Brown apparently does have naval tech. So if we put on some basic toughness, we could do this instead of the plating, right? Yeah. So that gives just 10... Wow, yeah. Hydrofoils give movement if you have higher levels of them. The iron version of the hydrofoils is just garbage. The prow, a little bit more stats, probably a good idea. It's only 50 extra industry. And now because we have some weapons tech, we can upgrade the weapons and almost certainly should. Oh, we have no Palladian income though. That's rough. And we're not likely to get much Palladian income. We have Palladian in some of our conversion areas, so we could get a little, like a trickle of income. But yeah, that does make me a little leery of putting on the higher level stuff. So right now we're using 9 attack, no bonus damage on this thing, but the whole point is Endless Flames, which deals 25% damage, and affected units lose 10% of their max HP. If we put on the fancy one, Endless Flames 3 just increases the proportion of your damage that is dealt by the attack, which is not really very compelling. It doesn't improve the effectiveness of the burning effect. There's also the laser, which has actual, like, immediate damage on it. And the laser is for shooting through to another ship that is behind your opponent. I think for right now, we're just going to build them with the basic flamethrowers. I think that should be fine. But we're probably gonna want to have one of these. Just to even things up a little bit, or rather to uneven things up a little bit. That's a thing I still want to think about. That's the thing we won't answer this episode. Okay, we're getting our dust refinery done. That's going to help a lot with this, and then we're only a couple turns off of, 3 turns off of Dearth of Dust going away, which is big. So we're close to a lot of things being good, but we're still kind of in the lurch here a little bit, and we have this to worry about. Well, I guess let's see if we can win it. I'm assuming that there's... Oh, no, never mind. There's 0 chance. That's a shame. I'm going to lose my village. Here, I guess, is where I'm going to make a stand. Well, no, I don't want to do it adjacent to a cliff, because the flying unit can attack without being counterattacked if it has a cliff to work with. You know, it's not as bad as I thought it was. Like, I thought it was going to just blow us up in one attack, but yeah, we're definitely going to lose. Okay, good 95, solid thrashing there. Yeah, we had to win a lot of die rolls in a row there for things to go any other way. So I'm a little worried about how much everybody is making angry noises at us. Maybe we should accept this red thing now before we get the sort of like the AI rebranulation that comes with a save. I'm gonna take it, actually. It makes us worse at murdering settlers on our borders, but, you know, there are some other valuable trade-offs. Okay, and then I think that right there is where we're going to call it for today. That didn't... Okay, I pressed the thing that's supposed to make the credits come up. There we go. I do have a manual switch. Thank you all so much for watching. We've gotten into a little bit of a weird position here, but if we can make landfall on Brown's continent safely and take out Veltair, that's another 6 stockpiles of both types that we can use to fund a further war effort, or we can just get them to beg off so that we can go after the Morgar, which I think is probably actually a little bit higher value. So we can get multiple cities that way. I don't know. You know what? We'll talk about the plan on Monday. When you come back next time, Monday. An awful lot of blood is getting spilled by these doll hands. And we'll see you then.